A live look at Piscataway, New Jersey in Shai Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Rutgers head coach before the game. He believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense, bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have a similar impact on this game today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. On the return, it's Hunter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers offense will take the field first. They hope this guy will be a big part of the offense, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He's going to get plenty of targets. In fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see.
We've got 2 receivers playing in this game, 2 of the best in the entire country. 2 guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The give. Here's some daylight. Got enough for the first down. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, oh man, that is not a good sign for this offensive line. We talked to this team, man. They talked about, they got after the quarterback last week. They were watching him on tape. They had 6 sacks. They've got to do a better job protecting their guy. Opportunity on the first drive, man, they failed early. They've got to do a better job of picking up these blitzes, understanding these guys are going to pin their ears back and try to get to the quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The screen, he's got wheels. Spins away. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their 2nd sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
2nd down to the air. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let them out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The Scarlet Knights offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Out to run this offense, A.J. Sarace. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Looking for a gap. It's Raymond. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Handoff to the lone back. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. All out of space. He's at the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rutgers.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason pull. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he showed...
Makes the grab in their space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
The Cornhuskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. In the red area, it's Nelson.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Looking for the score. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is gonna drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through one quarter of play. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going. But once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides. And it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Sells the run, looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll run the counter. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Huskers want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help this receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quick give, it's Nelson. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Rush right in his face. Fires deep on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
The offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he gets it away.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Takes the handoff. It's Nelson. Turning it on. Inside the 50. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown. Cornhuskers. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good. Coming out with it, it's Hopkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Duff. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff. Looking for a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The run inside. It's Raymond. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Drives inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Scarlet Knights will try to pick it up on 4th down. Needs it. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
That's it fly. On target over the middle. Flying down the right side. He's at the touchdown, Nebraska. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Looking for space. It's Raymond. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just...
Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes one. Touchdown, Huskers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Fresh setter downs going to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Takes his shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's start with Texas taking on the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Longhorns looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now over to your game in Piscataway. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Left side is Carter. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Working the ground game. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rush is on. Still looking for a man. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and breaks free, and he might be gone. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown. Cornhuskers made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football.
Holds it in on the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hunter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Cornhuskers sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barney. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Got the first down himself. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
The Cornhuskers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Doing it himself again. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The easy way to convert on 3rd down, the penalty moves the sticks. Holds it, trying to get the corner. There's some room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime. Maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Making the adjustment on the play. Drops back on first down. He uncorks one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Black. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And as we head for the fourth period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw again. Out wide right, it's Black. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him downfield. And the Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. Wants to throw one first. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Rutgers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. Plays 75 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. From the gun, it's Nelson. Fights off a defender. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. Look out! Snags it down the right side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Hard running there. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Barney. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Well, Lil Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, habit, what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
Let's check in with
sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Making the adjustment. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Out wide right, it's Black. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Black. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Scarlet Knights are rolling down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Duff. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Has it. And he will score. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Snags a quick pass on the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Selling the fake. Makes the catch. It's Nelson. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Throws to the tight end. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Throwing right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.